Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We are back and we're going to do a traditional 2 out of 3 M21 draft. Alright, draft has started. So, Sabira, we've played her before. Didn't get a chance to do too much with her, but she does seem good. That's a cheap cost to make creatures unblockable. Otherwise, Gaggle Master. 5-mana 4/3 flyer that gains life when it comes in, at least 2. Quirion Dryad, good card. I'm okay taking Sabira here. As a commenter said, it does synergize well with the Igneous Cur. You pay 1, make it unblockable, and then you can inflate it. I think there's enough upside to this card where you just take it. You can randomly draw a bunch of cards off of it if you have no cards left in your hand too. Or cards you don't need in your hand. So, yeah. Take it. Follow-up pick. Well, Hooded Blightfang is very good. 3-mana 1/4 Death Touch. Basri Solidarity is a strong card too. Pump your whole team for 2 mana. Riddle Form's cool. The Green Shrine. Larcenist. Finishing Blow with some removal. Wizardry. What do I like the most here? I kind of like the Solidarity the most. It seems like a really strong effect. But you have to have a lot of creatures to make it pay off. And Blightfang is very good. I mean, 4 toughness, death touch, can attack, make them lose life. The Destroy the Planeswalkers thing is just like icing. And then Finishing Blow, of course, some removal. Although I'm not like super excited about 5-mana removal. I guess we'll try the rare. Didn't make it unblockable with Sabira. Alright, Azusa. Not really that good in limited. Light of Promise is cool. I like the life gain synergy. It is an aura, though, when it comes down to it. Roaming Ghostlight is pretty good. Good tempo card. It's got flying. I mean, I don't know what else you want. It evades, it bounces, it's got a good power and toughness ratio. Meteorite. Random removal. I guess we'll take the Ghostlight. We're still just looking around, seeing what's open, figuring things out. Must be blocked if able. When it dies, gain 1 life for each creature that died this turn. Huh. Valorous Steed. It's kind of cool. You get multiple bodies. There's Larcenist, but it's just a 3-mana 1/2. I feel like it's tough to capitalize on that. I mean, 2 bodies for 5 is pretty good, and they both have Vigilance. That is nice. It is a 5-drop though. These packs are so unexciting. I'm just gonna take the Valorous Steed. And I know I'm in 4 colors. It'll work itself out. We'll figure it out. Huh. Revitalize has good synergies with the life gain cards. And considering everything else is pretty underwhelming. Spine Megalodon is like a pretty good 7-drop finisher, I guess. Goblin Wizardry is pretty good. Spit out a couple prowess tokens. I really don't know what we're playing is the main issue. Like, Flyer is cool, but nothing exciting. I think the best card is probably Revitalize just because it works well with life gain synergy cards in black-white. Alright, so we have Makeshift Battalion, Frantic Inventory. There's that's a late shock, actually. 6-pick shock is kind of surprising. I mean, it's got to be the pick, but that is surprising. Otherwise, Battalion is totally playable too. Another Revitalize. I mean, usually you want to be in black, white if you're going to go for Revitalize synergies. Otherwise, Daybreak Charger. If we're more likely Boros, it could be good, although it doesn't synergize well with Sabira. But it is a 2-mana 3-win that just buffs something. It's hard to go wrong with that. Could be like a Boros aggro deck is the direction we're supposed to go. So we can take turn to slag, kill spell. Warded Battlements is kind of a weird card. I mean, technically it is good with aggro, but it's also just a wall, which is kind of weird. But you can think of it as a card that buffs all your attackers, I guess, in that sense. It still kind of works with Sabira, too. Make stuff unblockable, get in, they're pumped. I kind of like that. Maybe we try it over the turn to slag. Let's give it a try. Furor of the Bitten. Secure the Scene. We can take the Furor. Otherwise, Thrill of Possibility maybe is better. Maybe we need a filter card. Alright, got the Wizardry back. It's totally playable. Some late green. Light of Promise. Or Short Sword. You know, Light of Promise has some potential big upside. Granted, we don't have a ton that synergizes with it right now, but the potential upside on it is big, I think. Cut the red card, or we could take the Crypt Lurker. I guess we can take this. So, kind of looks like Boros. Some late black. Or I could still, I guess, dip out of red and do black-white life gain, but I passed to Revitalize, so I don't know if I love that. But that is some late black. I Live Endurance, 3 mana, enters, exile all creature cards and convert mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard, and then you can cast creature spells. And cast a creature spell from among the cards exiled. It's okay. Bosri's Acolyte is very strong. I like Feat of Resistance too. I think we gotta take the Acolyte though. One of the stronger cards. One of the stronger commons you can get. It's kind of just in general an absurdly strong common. I don't quite understand why they made it, because it's such a strong common. Like, it definitely feels like it should be uncommon. Alright, Temple of Silence for black splash, I guess. Chandra's Pyroling. Don't really have a lot of... It's cool with Sabira. We don't have a lot of ways to deal non-combat damage. We have Shock. And that's like it. Can take the Rambunctious Mutt. I like that it just randomly blows stuff up and gives you a body. But 2 drops are going to be a priority if we're going to be Boros aggro. But this is mostly just a 1-3. I mean, like I said, we just don't have a lot of means to give it double strike. Unfortunately. Maybe we'll find some more ways. Alright. So Watchdog, Wingmare. Currently have 7 creatures out of 12 cards. Another Warded Battlements. Gale Swooper's pretty good. Evasive makes something fly. That makes sense to me. More than the Wingmare, I think. Ooh, Sanctum of All. Can take the Mutt now or Hobble Fiend. Kind of got quite a few 4-drops already, although I guess we're doing okay on the curve. I think Revitalize probably isn't going to happen in this deck. So yeah, Mutt versus Hobble Fiend. I mean, you definitely want to set those creatures up early for a good Basri's Acolyte. Yeah, I think we're going to go for low curve stuff. Low curve and combat tricks is probably our best bet. I don't think we're doing this. Another Bone Pit Brute. I don't love it. Can take the Temple. Potential Blue Splash. I don't need another Light of Promise. I mean, it does work with Acolyte, I guess. And Revitalize. But it's meant for like black-white life gain, I think. I guess we'll take Temple in case there's a Blue Splash. It seems unlikely. Havoc Jester. Chorister. Ogre. So, I mean, Jester, sacking permanents, we don't... It is cool with the Pyreling if we had a way to sack permanents. Oh, I guess we do. Hobble Fiend. So, a second 5-drop. Alright. It's more exciting than Unaki Ogre, I guess. Another Jester? Jeez. So we can take the weird Shock, Thrill, Wizardry. We don't have a lot of ways to synergize with Spellgorger Weird. I mean, we could take a Jester and find more sack synergies and probably cut the Bone Pit Brood or something. Okay. We can consider it. So Magmut's a good cheap card that can get some damage in. Turn to Slag, but we want cheaper removal of combat tricks, I think. Dub is probably playable, actually. But I don't really want an Ogre. Ogre, I guess, is good with Acolyte 5/3. We'll try the Dub, though. Think we'll consider it. Sure Strike. Alright. Radiant Fountains are going to be good with that aura, but that's alright. Take the Sure Strike. Burn Bright, I guess. Another Wizardry. Well, Wizardry's good with Burn Bright. Currently have 3 4-drops. I guess I can take another one then. Alright. Double Vision. Griffinari. Well. Wingmare. Probably just another Magmut, I'm guessing. Pinger Bear. Yeah, and actually, Pinger's really good with Pyroling, so, okay. I like that. I think we're probably off Bone Pit Brute. Let's take the Magmut. Another Acolyte is going to be good. Veto's very strong. But this is a card you want to see early, not late. Unless you're already in the plan. Jeez, now it's like all the black-white life gain synergies. Can take the Mutt now, but I think we take Sky Scanner. We need to make sure we're staying busy early here. And it works well with the Acolyte. Alright. Thinking Ogre's probably gonna go. Not 100% if I want to do the battlements yet or not. Or the dub. Alright, I'll take another shock here. Over a third Havoc Jester. I mean, if we had enough Hobble Fiends, I think Havoc Jester, or other ways to sack, Havoc Jester could be pretty good, but as is, not super excited by it. Well, Legion's Judgment is a reasonable sideboard card. I don't think 5 mana for 2 damage is really what we're looking for. Can take another Sure Strike just because I'm kind of light on removal. And it's a reasonable combat trick. Alright, I think we actually are going to play the Sure Strike, so I'm going to take another one. It also just randomly lets you get damage through with Sabira. Oh, that's cool. Finally, a good red card. Yeah, I'll take that. I've never even seen this card before. It's really good. So we'll take that. And probably cutting. Maybe the battlements can go. With double Acolyte, I'd rather have things that can attack. Another Revitalize, another Bone Pit Brute. Nothing we really need, though. I'm not going to play Furor. I guess Revitalize, maybe, out of sideboard or something. I mean, this is our deck right now, and it's okay. Nothing to write home about, but playable. Can take the Falconer Adept, I guess. Spit out some birds. Figure out something to cut for that. Maybe one of our Havoc Jesters. Maybe the dub can go. I don't know if I want to bust out dub. Probably not playing Short Sword. Guess we can take a second Burn Bright. I don't think it's going to happen, though. And then Griffinary. We just don't have enough life gain, I don't think, to attempt to go for that. Take the turn to Slag. I don't think we're playing it, though. Maybe. So we're right at 15 creatures. Silent Dart. Might want it out of sideboard, maybe. I think it hits creatures only, though, right? Yeah. Another Thrill. I do still have the first one in the deck, too. Alright. So, kind of okay with this build. Another option is to do like a turn to Slag over... What's our removal? 2 Shocks, 2 Sure Strikes, which I know they're not removal, but combat trick. Immolator. That's basically it. I could put in the turn to Slag, but we already have 3/5 drops. We're trying to be aggro. I don't know if I like that. I'm okay with the mana base. I might just have to take this as is. The Thrill is just in there to help us if we're getting flooded, basically. It's an okay deck. It's not great. It's a lot of 4-drops. I think there's just nothing particularly bomby about it is my issue. Nothing synergistic or bomby. So, we'll see what we can do with it. We only have, I mean, this is basically just being played as a 5-mana 5/5. Which is not very exciting, but can do work in a pinch, I suppose. I guess Immolator can sacrifice. So the only sacrifice is Immolator and then the Hobble Fiend. Admittedly, not that much, but that's okay. We'll see what we can do with this. Alright, we'll see you round 1. Alright, round 1, we'll play first. This hand needs help, but we'll keep it. That was a good draw. That was a good draw too. Getting those land draws is nice. And Adept survives Pestilent Haze, which is nice too. It's a good counter for aggro. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Good synergy there. Alright. Well, set up for a nice burn bright. Let's shock the Palladium here. Okay. Get our damage in. Pass. So we'll discard. I think the Sure Strike and the Wizardry. This Burn Bright potentially can get us enough damage to just win here. Maybe not. Oh, that's good. Alright. So land. Can't give it self. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Fortunate to get there. So we're playing against sort of a... I mean, I assumed it was like black-white life gain, but we didn't really see much life gain. We don't really have much of a sideboard plan either. I mean, Dart gets past Feat of Resistance, which is nice. But it's also really expensive to deal damage. So they have Pestilent Haze. Unfortunately, well, it does a good amount of work against us, but it doesn't kill everything. So, we're okay against it, actually. Alright. I guess we run it back. Not much in terms of sideboarding, in general. Yeah, it's good. So you can play at that game, huh? Well, I suppose we can Sure Strike and get a bunch of trample damage in. Might have to be okay with that. No attacks, alright. Well, let's go Charger then. Get some more trample in. Excellent. That's pretty good. They have the Pestilent Haze, they get us pretty good. Not sure I can do much about that though. So guess we'll just play Sweeper, not attack. I mean, if they get Pestilent Haze, they pretty much... Do they have us anyway? Not necessarily. I mean, I can play around Pestilent Haze, but... Not sure I love it. I mean, if they have any removal for Charger, we're kind of toast. It doesn't... I don't really... Like I said, I can play around Pestilent Haze, but any removal and they still get in for 4 and gain life, so I can't really afford that either. I mean, granted, they get in for 4 now, but at least I have 2 bodies on the board that can inflate. That's pretty good. Just getting in with 1 in case they have more removal. Pretty big. I forgot we even had this card. See. Yeah. Guess a creature has to die, so we're gonna die too. So think what I can do about this match. They have a lot of life gain, but I'm not sure I can change gears. Like, I'm not sure there's another direction I can go. I mean, we also haven't seen Valorous Steed or Havoc Jesters. We've only seen one Acolyte. We haven't seen much spot removal from them. They do have Faith Fetters. Yeah, they have a lot of life gain. I'm not sure we can do much about that, though. I could bring in the Turn to Slag to kill the big life linkers, but they have the 8/6 too. Yeah, it's pretty big. Maybe Bone Pit Brute is okay. We'll cut a Wizardry. I'm just trying to think of things that die to... And then maybe the Burn Bright is less good, so I can do the Slag to kill things. Because I'm not sure the Hyper Aggro plan is going to work as well. And I really want things that don't die to Pestilent Haze. Might just have to take this. All right. Sure strike. I basically have... I feel like I've drawn everything in my deck that dies to Pestilent Haze, but that's alright. I can exile that too, which is kind of cool. Probably want to save the Slag. So why don't we do Scanner and Charger. I mean, we've drawn everything in our deck that dies to Pestilent Haze, so if they got it, they got it. I guess that could be worse. I mean, I'd still rather see that than a Pestilent Haze, so I'm okay with that. Oh, that's a good draw. It's a good card. That's a good sign for us, that they had to do that in general. Maybe I should have attacked with everything. Oh, he fortunately got there. Alright, we'll see in round 2. Yeah, it's a keep. Love that card. Go play the Magma first. Well, actually Hobble Fiend, because it has Trample and against Sure Strike. I'd make this trade, though. Looks like they don't want to make the trade. We'll just play the Magma and pass. Probably going to use Shock on the Savior at the end of their turn. Well, might have to shock that instead. See if they save it. Alright, they did end up sacking the Savior to save it. Landraw's actually good here, too. They have mana up for, like, Scorching Dragonfire or Shock, so guess we'll just hang out. Sure. Guess we'll block with the Magma, because in case they have Shock, I can sack it to Hobble Fiend here. It's a good draw. That card's good. Kind of want to land here. I think I'm going to discard the Burn Bright. Ask and you receive. God, it's not even that expensive to fight. Pretty sweet combo. I guess we'll do the Steed. Suppose I don't want to make that trade. Yeah, at least I can't do the Taunter. That's good. Alright. So we can go land, Havoc Jester. And pass. And the Taunter is going to be able to get us pretty good with the Jester, I guess, but not sure what I can do about it. So yeah, this guy's really good. It's like a upgraded Stuffy doll. You can't even really attack into it. Whoops. Didn't quite do that in the right order, did I? I think they were so sapped by it they forgot to fight my Havoc Jester. That's my trick. Play so poorly that your opponent doesn't even do the right move. They're just not doing it. Confused. They're doing it now. It's like they forgot for a couple turns or something. Alright. So... Oh, is it power 2 or less though? Jeez. It's the second time I screwed that up. I just can't get the synergy right with this card. They don't actually control a creature with flying. That's surprising. I mean, technically our opponent had us dead like 2 or 3 turns ago if they'd just been using their taunter. Alright, we'll go to the next one here. Taunter's gonna be a tough one. I don't actually have that card that destroys indestructible either, unfortunately. I guess we run it back. We still don't have much of a sideboard. We'll keep it. This is a good draw. I think we'll just trade a Sure Strike for the Enforcer. I'm actually happier they took it, because now I can play this. I mean, granted, I could have given it Prowess, but then I wouldn't have been able to attack with the Magmont, so we end up dealing more damage. Okay. So I can trade an Immolator for a Selfless Savior. I'm okay with that. And then Sure Strike still gets the Enforcer, but it's going to take a little setup. That's a good drop. Let's do the Adept, because then I can kill the I'm okay with that. I mean, I couldn't attack with it anyway, so... Alright. We'll kill the savior here. While they're tapped out. And maybe they won't block. That seems fine. All right. Sure. Still seems like a fine trade to me. Probably should have sandbagged that because of Thrill of Possibility. Oh, that's a good one. All right, on to game 3 here. They're rocking that dub, though. Do we want to rock dub? What's their removal? They must have shown us removal. What did they have? Yeah, they killed my Falconer Adept. What did they do it with, though? Why can't I remember? What did they use to kill Falconer Adept? All I remember is I didn't care that they killed it, because they had a 4/5 death touch, or first strike, so it didn't matter. I don't know. I could do my own turn slag. If they're rocking dub. Yeah, actually, and it takes out their Bone Pit guy, too. Okay. What do I drop for it? Maybe the Thrill. Could drop a Wizardry. Could drop a Jester. I don't mind having a little bit of top end, though. I could see dropping a Steed, maybe. Turn to Slag doesn't do anything against that indestructible dude, though. We'll leave it. Okay. I kind of like playing my own Pyroling more. The Immolator is a better card, but I want to be able to use its ability if I need to. So I think I'm going to alright, so I think what we do is so we'll sure strike. That's a good one. So we can do Jester this turn. Next turn we can do Magnet plus Wizardry. Oh, that's what they used, yeah. Secure the scene. That's a lot of bodies. Let's see here. So I can ping, give this double strike, but it's not quite good enough. So we'll just hang out. Gale Swooper would be big. Wow. Call chat. I like that. Unfortunately, I don't think it's good enough because of the chorister. But we still are gonna go for it here. I think the vigilance is likely what's going to get us here, though. I mean, they do have to tap out, essentially, to get the 5/5 lifelink going. Well, I don't think we have to worry about that, at least. They can't pump this, though, right? Probably need to take that out. And probably need to take out the pinger. And then jump here. And take 3. I'm actually okay with this. I mean, we're left with not that good of a board, but at least death by ping isn't something that can happen now. Oh man. So close to being able to kill them too. So, yeah, make this some bug. I can only get him for 4 though. Yeah. Oof. All right. That's weird. So, go like this, this, and this. Pins. Alright, looks like we are officially toast now. But, there might have been a way to win there, but it was dependent on my draws, and I felt like trying to outlast them was wiser, but in hindsight we lost, so maybe not. Like, the Gale Swooper was good. They also had to play weird in order for it to work out the way that it did. I don't know. It was weird. Like, attacking with Corster when they didn't have the pump. And then it was just, yeah. I think given the circumstances, I could have won, but it was like based on my opponent not playing correctly, and you really shouldn't be making decisions hinging on your opponent making the wrong decision. I don't think that's necessarily, I mean, maybe in some circumstances, but certainly not in that one. All right, we'll see you in round 3. All right, last round, we'll keep this. If they have Pestilent Haze, we still keep 2 pretty strong guys and are left with a couple more damage. Like, basically, I can just kill them with Pirateling and Sure Strike if they have Pestilent Haze, so I'm okay with this. Yeah. All right. So, blue-black, Pestilent Haze, control. I definitely like the wizardries less. I don't know if I like slow cards more either. We have a good amount of things that survive Pestilent Haze. I mean, I can do the Brute. Like I said, I don't love slowing down the deck, but it might not be a bad idea to give us just more things that survive board wipes. But probably not the battlements. Probably. Alright. Definitely a keep. Nice hand. We're going to go Immolator first. Although, it's mostly just because of prowess. Oh, that's a cool card. Like, I like the idea of being able to shock. Oh, it enters with a soul counter on it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, let's do the Magmut. A lot of Maleficent thighs. Size. So let's see, this would bring it to 5. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Oh, Gale Swooper, nice. I mean, I don't want Pestilent Haze to get me, but at the same time, not sure what else the best play here is. I think I just have to hope they don't have it. Alright, they had it. I don't know what to tell you. They either have it or they don't. They have it. And once again, I draw every card in my deck that dies to it. There's plenty of 2/3s in this deck. That was a good draw. Let's get in with the Jester first, though. So I can shock plus Acolyte, or I can just play another Jester. I think we just play another Jester. That's a pretty good one. So I can shock the Wall of Runes now. Which I'd probably do. It does make their size stronger, but that's alright. These are kind of cool though. With all their mana up, I'm going to hang out. I'm going to wait for them to tap out. I mean, I guess they get to loot, though. Yeah, I don't like that either. Oh, I should have sandbagged that for thrill of possibility. I don't like them looting, but at the same time, with all their mana open, cards in hand, I don't think the Burn Bright's going to work out. But we're definitely losing to a looter right now. Oh, Bone Pit Brute's pretty sweet. Alright. Let's play it. Alright, so as expected, they did have something. Yeah, I don't know if we can wait much longer here. Oh, well, that one's pretty good. That one might be worth waiting. So let's say because they can res 2 and bring back nothing worth our time. So I can get in with everything and burn bright. And I can't kill either of these with the Bone Pit Brute. We probably have to get in anyway. Nothing we can do. They're looting every turn. We can't keep up the counter. Nothing we can do. We're getting controlled and we're aggro. It's sad. And the worst part is, all it took was a Pestilent Haze. And our deck is so much better prepared to beat a Pestilent Haze. And the funny thing is, look how long this is dragging, even with the best possible Pestilent Haze they had. We're still, like, doing pretty good. I mean, we're definitely going to lose this game, but we got to, like, drag it out now. Just so we can see every card in their deck, basically. Not too bad we don't have 2 Havoc Jesters anymore. Oh yeah, I was supposed to sandbag that for Thrill of Possibility, that's right. So I think we attack with the Adept to get a flying blocker for the next turn. Sure strike. 3 blockers, 5 attackers, block our 3 biggest guys. They'd have to double block that and block this. So we'd get in for 1, 2, 5. That is not lethal. I guess we block. And they dug through a lot of lands too. Guess I could have attacked with Acolyte maybe, I don't know. Could actually kill this. Because even if I kill this, they just bring it back with Stitcher. And that way I guess I don't have to use a Sure Strike. I mean, they must have a stat anyway, right? Guess they're one short. Not lethal anyway. Even if they didn't have removal or bounce or whatever they have in their hand. That they don't even have to show us. Okay, so game 3. I really feel like we should win this match. Honestly. I feel like our deck should beat this match. We got like, what, 4 for 1 with Pestilent Haze, and we still made it last this long. Like, I really feel like we shouldn't lose this match. So turn to Slag. Oh, no, it does deal with the equipment. I guess that does make sense. And then maybe we just get rid of the other wizardry. Just try to minimize expensive things that die to Pestilent Haze. Alright. I'm wondering if I shouldn't be playing Shocks, since it doesn't kill much in their deck. Maybe it makes more sense to do another Burn Bright. And then maybe one wizardry. And maybe we dump the Thrill and just bring another... Maybe we do the wizardries. Like, this isn't going to work well if we get flooded, but... Shocks do deal with a couple things, but not that much. And at least Wizardry Burn Bright is a way to get some damage through. We'll try it. Like, I don't like having more things that die to Pestilent Haze, but... I also don't like having Shocks if they're not really doing all that much. Sounds good. They do have cancel mana up. Kind of feel like playing around cancel. I mean, If we're netting 5 damage a turn until they do something, I'm kind of okay with that. I can get him to cancel a sure strike. Yeah, I'm alright with that too. I mean, we could technically just keep playing around it. Yeah. Alright, I guess now at this point I can... Alright, so after huge grind game 2, we win it on the back of 2 cards in game 3, so I did feel good about that match, so I'm glad it panned out. Alright, let's open our loot here, claim our prizes. Card's cool. Yeah, I like that. It's really strong. Attainment Priest. Idol of Endurance, which we saw. I don't know how I feel about it. It's okay. It's just not great. Veto, yeah, he's good. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.